Happening, everybody? It is Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. About 2 weeks left of the year. How y'all doing? This is your boy, Mr. B, and this is the B sides of the fight game, dog. Yup. Oh, man. I gotta start numbering these episodes. I don't number these things, but hopefully, if you happen to see it, number it for me. How you doing? Me, I'm alright. Over the weekend was some crazy rain. We had our potluck feast on Sunday. That was pretty good. I made a lasagna. The lasagna came out all right. I wish that the pasta layers themselves were a little bit more. I think they were overcooked. Everything else was good, but I just wish the pasta with the pasta sheets didn't overcook. It's because I had it with the lid. Cause I brought a lid for the pan, then I didn't take the lid off. I left it. I keep leaving it. So shame on me. Other than that, man, watched football over the weekend. A couple games. Games were pretty good. That means games are pretty nuts. Counting down the final 2 3 games. Some good stuff going on, man. Some of these teams with even records are doing their thing. Some of these top teams are getting beat. What is it? Football is getting great again. My team, though, we still losing. Pittsburgh, man. You taking some L's, boy. Fresh hot L's. Godly. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how we bounce back these final games. We watched the UFC. We watched Jake Paul. Jake Paul returned. Higher fight on the zone. We watched that over the weekend. We watched the UFC over the weekend. So let me talk about that first. Let me talk about that Jake Paul card first. We had Jake Paul. And then we had Jake Paul fight. Then who else fought? It was Jake Paul. Yeah, Jake Paul fought. Why do I feel like I talked about this? But no, I didn't. I talked about it during the stream last week. But freaking Karate Combat, man. Got to watch Karate Combat over the weekend. That was eventful as hell. But let's talk about it first. So we're gonna review the week. Ready, set, go. Um, Jake Paul. Jake Paul returned for the fight. Got up on this card here for the MVP, the most valuable prospects card on the MVP from promotions. Um, yeah, so that was pretty good. Yeah, the my fault. I'm just trying to fix this stuff on my phone real quick. Okay, so yeah, so the card was pretty good. A couple of these young guys got some wins. Alexander Gueche beat Clayton Ward. Third round TKO. Zachary Randolph got a majority decision win over Michael Mana. Elijah Flores did the same against Javier Mayoral. Lorenzo Medina, the young heavyweight, won in the final round of the fight. The sixth round is a six-rounder. He beat Joshua Temple. It was a good back and forth. Well, yeah, actually, it was a good back and forth fight. It was good early. Um, Temple got a knockdown. It didn't really look like a knockdown, but it was considered a knockdown. And Medina had to rally back. Medina started catching some good he started landing some good combinations. Then eventually finished Temple. He dropped Temple. Then he actually got in there and finished Temple. Good job by Medina. Medina's 19 years old, man. Yeah, a lot of time. A lot of time. So I look forward to seeing how he fights in his next fight. The Battle of the Cubans, old school versus new school. Levian Navarro for the young boy Johannes Teles, and this was another crazy one. Well, it looked like Teles was doing good. Then Navarro got dropped a little earlier in the fight. He got up. He was coming back. He almost got finished, but he managed to come back. And in the later rounds, yes, he was boxing pretty well for himself. But eventually, it was just that there was a crazy power difference somewhat. And then technique just ruled. And Teles ended up landing this nasty hook. Oh, God. He caught him. And then, like, the 10th round, he comes in. And it looks like he was trying to throw an uppercut of some sort. But he just switched up and just threw the left hook. And, boy, put Navarro to sleep. So, Teles got that win. He wins the Continental America Super Welterweight title. Then we had the WBC and the WBC and was it the interim IBF title, women's super featherweight title, super middleweight titles between Freyshawn Cruz Dezern and Shadeja Green. Y'all heard me rant and rave about Shadeja Green, but Jesus Christ, man. I was wrong. I thought Shadeja Green was going to come out here, get the feelers out there, and then implement the heavy hitting game. There's a lot of words shared back and forth, but Freyshawn Cruz Dezern got a hard fought victory, man, and wins back technically two of her titles. She wasn't an interim champ, but if she can't get the official fight, she can become the official champ. But winning that fight, she did good. She smothered Shadeja Green. Was just there, was closing the distance pretty much. Shadeja didn't really know how to work from outside. They kept talking about her counter punching style, Shadeja Green's counter punching style. But Shadeja was just caught with like a deer in the headlights, man. As a boxer, if you don't have a counter, you have a counter style, okay, but you're supposed to do things to set up the opportunity to get those counters, and she didn't do none of that really. Because Cruz Dezern came out, threw a couple shots, and they closed the distance. So she kept on fighting in the clinch. She landed some big shots in the clinch. She was there, getting hit, clobbered up in the close range, close distance. So they just started landing a couple shots, but then Freyshawn just got right back to what she needed to do, and she ended up winning. Probably the lights were too bright. It just wasn't meant for Shadeja. Freyshawn Cruz Dezern wins the fight. And INOUE. And then Jake Paul came out. Andre August came out. They had some feelers. They threw a couple good shots there. Jake was throwing his jab out. August was throwing his jab. They exchanged a couple times. Then Jake Paul said, "All right, cool, man." And this man threw a jab. Tried to throw the straight. Said, "Woo!" He tried to throw no. He tried to throw the jab. Yeah, he tried to throw the jab, and then just cracked. Just flew like took the step in, came in with a long uppercut, but just quick. Boom! Hits August. Damn near picture perfect uppercut. August drops, laid out. He tried to get back up. He was in Dream Street. They sent him home, man. They said, brother, 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 brother. Go on home, brother. And so he went home. There's nothing else for him to do, man. That was it. You go home. You go home. You sit yourself there. Andre August was a 3-time Golden Gloves champion. Got knocked out by Jake Paul. You know, some people say, "Oh, he took a dive. He took this. He took that." Dog. Telling one dude came out there to box. You got hit. You got hit with some old shit. And that old shit put you away, my dude. That sucks, but it is what it is, man. Do you still wish Jake Paul could fight tougher opponents? Of course you're going to wish Jake Paul could fight tougher opponents. We're all going to wish Jake Paul could fight tougher opponents. But that's what it always comes down to. Like, all these guys, not all of them, but a good portion of boxers, they go through the early patches of who's out there to fight. You know what I mean? Who's really out there to fight? And it's based on his skill level. His skill level is not the upper elite, not the upper echelon. But for where he's at, he's doing okay. You know? We'll see where he goes. Cruz Dezern, being a Shadeja Green could probably get a rematch with Savannah Marshall. She said she's wanting to get the fight with who is it? Clarissa Shields. If there's anybody else out there she could scramble with, she's willing to take the fights. But she's out there. And yeah, we'll see what happens with the rest of these guys. We had who was it? The fight with Edwards and Bam Rodriguez. That was pretty dope. That was on Saturday. Which was kind of nasty, man. That fight was pretty crazy. Jesse Bam Rodriguez fought Sonny Edwards. Edwards been out for a little bit, coming back here. Bam Rodriguez was a little, he picked up his title here. They came for the unification. Good boxing fight between the two, though. I will say that. But those boys threw in the towel for Sonny, man. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought we was gonna get a hard-fought decision, but damn, Rodriguez, man. Bam Rodriguez does not play. And he got that finish. The corner had to throw the towel in, man. The 9th round. Savage TKOs. Like, damn, son. Morojan Akhmadaliev had got an 8th round finish against Kevin Gonzalez. And, an 8th round. Nasty co-main. Adu Galal picked up the unanimous decision win against Rocco Santomoro, defending his WBC, his Continental Flyweight title. Shariko Quinn got a stoppage in the 5th round against Peter McGrail for the WBA Continental Super Bantamweight title. Junaid Boston, I got a unanimous decision against Gordy Rush II. Arturo Papoca beat Carlos Mujica. Another stoppage by Tao in the fourth round. Joe McGrail got left hook finish against Edgar Ortiz Jr. And Albert Gonzalez kicked off this card with a left hook body shot to Alex Ubando Molina. Eduardo Molina. Alexis. Yeah. Eduardo Molina. So we had the Karate Combat card that was on Friday. After the Jake Paul joint, because I had forgot all about this. I heard about this like some months ago, but it just slipped my mind. And when I was about to go to sleep on Friday, I was like, yo, this card is on. This card's still going. Let's watch this card. So it was the Karate Combat 43 event. You can catch it on the Karate Combat YouTube channel. It was a free live event. Live in Las Vegas. Boy, oh boy, man. You want to talk about crazy. There was a hell of a lot of fights. A lot of entertaining fights. I mean, the style is crazy because they don't have a wall. They have like, it's a slant. It's like a pit. And pretty much where you think there's a fence, no, there's a pit wall. So if you fall, you got to slide all the way down to be considered a grounded opponent. If not, if you're standing there on the leaned wall, you could pretty much get beat up for as long as the time allows. So it's kind of nuts, man. You got to check it out. But starting from the card down, moving up, man. Jordan Lee Barker beat Damian Villa, unanimous decision. Loxby Montalvan beat Gabriel Diaz by a split decision. Elijah Everill for Javier Ortega. You got the unanimous decision. Sadioku Kakhramonov beat Gabriel Stankunas. Actually beat him in the third round by punches. Sadioku fought for the UFC. He fought as a bantamweight, if I remember correctly. Beat, who is it? Trevin Jones. Beat Trevin Jones. I think won his second fight, lost the third fight, right? And then they just cut him. If I remember, that's how it went. Yeah, he beat Trevin Jones, fought Rodney Lawrence. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he fought Saeed. He fought Saeed Nurmagomedov. Yeah, Nurmagomedov submitted him, and then he never came back to fight again. He was gone. I was like, damn. Sadio cool, bro. That's a weird dude. But yeah, he fought this dude, beat him in the third round at the stoppage. Shinzo Machida, brother of the legend Yoda Machida, the legendary Machida family. He got a unanimous decision win against Shannon Hudson. Yeah. Shazab Khan fought Federico Avila. He actually, Khan beat Avila with a head kick. It was a second round head kick. Good punches, good combinations between the two. It's just that Khan was motivated because the weigh-ins, there was some words exchanged. Khan said, "I got you, bro," and Khan knocked this dude out. Like, this dude's head was in a whole different direction. His neck was jacked up. Like, yo, it was nasty. But he got back up though. After they woke him up. Omar Morales from the UFC was on this card. He fought this dude named Armis Guyton. Morales looked great. He was fighting at welterweight into this, and he sized up. He was pretty bulky, man. If you ever see this dude's profile picture on Topology, like that doesn't do it doesn't do different it doesn't do him justice, man, because this dude looked just like 10 pounds heavier in that picture. Like he really was shredded, real good shape, man. I was busting out some good kicks and some good technique. Denard Bajorel, man, he knocked out this dude that was super anticipated by the name of Freddie Masabo. Masabo's out of Cuba, even though he came in with a Puerto Rican flag. I didn't say nothing. Go watch the YouTube video. Go on YouTube and watch the event, and you'll see what I mean. They say he's Cuban, but he was holding a Puerto Rican flag. James OD. So, yeah. Denard was landing some good shots. Masabo looked to be doing good. And it looked like Masabo was actually kind of winning the fight. Then Denard started using a little bit of MMA technique. Got a little bit of a takedown, used some ground and pound, which you can do, but it's timed. And then after that, man, third round came. They were scrapping. But Jerome found his opportunity. Threw a knee, knocked this dude, boy. My guy was out. It was it. They called it. Not by Jerome picking up a big win in his karate combat debut. Then we had the ladies, Maria Molina. You got to check her out. She's so fine. Yo. I think she's from like Venezuela. She fought Melinda Fabian. If I remember, Melinda was from The Ultimate Fighter. She was from the season where what's her name? What's homegirl's name, man? You know, the original Nico Montano was the Melinda Fabian. Yeah, girl. She bulked up a little. Well, she kind of bulked up a little bit, but took this fight here, man. You know, she had fought on the UFC on the tough season. Then she picked up, she fought one time after leaving the UFC. She fought one more MMA fight and then said, yo, I'm going to go and do my best and pick up these wins in freaking karate combat, mixed karate, pretty much. They got a new owner over there. So she came in here. They fought for the first ever bantamweight title. And Melinda Fabian got the win. She busted up Molina. Molina was busted up pretty bad, man. She was bleeding. Where it was at, it wasn't really bad, but it was just bleeding a lot. So they stopped it. They doctor stoppage in the third round. At the end of the third, homegirl was upset, but Fabian won it. It was a good fight between the ladies, though. Brandon Jenkins finally picked up a win. Brandon Jenkins, who fought both in the UFC and he fought in the LFA. He also fought in Bellator. Yeah. He's had wins in his career, but kind of like, yo, I had it, I don't have it, I have it, I don't have it. And you take some of these losses and you're like, bro, what the hell's going on? But you know what I mean? To come out there, get your win. And he got his win using some MMA technique, man. He did the scramble, he got positions. He was punching under the armpit at his opponent, rocked the opponent to get the finish. Good moves, man, by Jenkins. He mixed up some relatively good striking with some actually good MMA technique to apply up in the cage, beating Gordon Slavetsky. Yeah. Bruno Silva fought Raymond Daniels. Raymond Daniels was, even though Raymond Daniels is up there in age, he's in the early 40s. That dude busted up Silva, man. Man, I was sad. And then Sam Alvey. No, I wasn't sad. Raymond Daniels just did real good, but he didn't do nothing extremely flashy. That's what it was. Bruno Silva taking this fight on just literally days' notice is insane. But big props to Bruno. Bruno put big shots on Daniels, but Daniels, you could tell, was seriously the bigger person of the two. There's a size discrepancy. And Raymond just did his thing. Super experienced guy. You know what I mean? Glory kickboxer, multiple time world champion, IK, multiple time champion. Come on now. Raymond Daniels is super decorated. That was just like an exhibition type sparring, showcase type fight for him. Sam Alvey beat a dude to become the first ever karate combat heavyweight champion. Sam Alvey, a dude that we said when we was looking at him in the UFC, ain't no way he can ever fight for a title. At this point, he should retire. Man, still in combat sports and wins a world championship. Big props to Sam Alvey. Regardless of how you feel, always remember Sam Alvey has 5 or so kids, and he's married to a supermodel. Just remember that. Sam Alvey is winning in life. And Anthony Pettis and Benson Henderson were the main event of this card. They came in for the trilogy bout. It was crazy. It was insane. It went as much about crazy movements, nice technique, nice counters. Pettis threw a jumping axe kick. Henderson threw his side kicks and whatnot. There was a lot of good technique and some good scrambling that happened during takedown attempts, because you can do certain throws. So that was happening, but they gave it to Pettis. Henderson lost. I think Henderson should have won it, but they gave it to Pettis regardless. I'm mad. I'm not really. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. So that's what happened Friday. Now, Saturday. Woo! Saturday. UFC 296 took place. The last card for the UFC this year. And I had every pick on the freaking main card right. Yep. I had every pick on the main card right. There were 12 fights on this card. And I literally went 8-4. 8-4? No, 9-3. Yeah? Oh, shoot. Yeah. I didn't do bad. I actually went 9-3. Let me get that right. Gaziev, I took Almeida, he got beat. I took Durden, he got beat. Lipsky, Garbrandt, Aldana. Jacoby got beat. Yeah, Emmett Pimblett. Akhmanov, Pantoja, Edwards. Yeah, 9-3. Let's go. I went pretty well. Yeah, I did pretty well for myself. I could have, man, damn. But the main card fights were kind of predictable. I won't lie. Um, if anything, no, I won't say that because the Emmett fight could have went two ways. It could have went one of three ways. It could have been Emmett wins by the knockout, or Bryce Mitchell gets a late sub or decision win. That could have happened. All three of those could have happened. One of those three was supposed to happen in that fight. I just went with the belief, Emmett was going to take it. Emmett was going to win by any means, short notice fight. But the way it ended up looking, god damn. Let's talk about it. So, we mentioned it. This card started at 6:30. The prelims did, the early prelims. And the card continued. So we had Shamil Gaziev versus Martin Budai. The heavyweights. Gaziev was making his debut. Budai looked really horrible in this fight. Budai. Well, I'll say Budai. Martin Budai, the Russian, fighting the Turkish fighter, Gaziev. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure I say that because I don't think it's Turkey. Bahrainian, yeah. Bahrain. He's from Russia, but fighting out of Bahrainian. He's Bahrainian. Bahrainian? Okay. So, yeah. I keep saying Turkish. But, yeah, man. This dude came in, tagged up on Budai. Budai was trying to wrestle. The wrestling didn't work out. Gaziev was trying to, he actually anti-grappled and then grappled his own. So he had him against the cage. He just put hands on Budai, busted him up a little bit, and then really knocked him hard to get the finish. I caught him with elbows, some nasty elbows, and then he hit him with the punch. But there was a shot, I forgot where, but it was in the second round that you just heard the smack. You're like, God damn. But just popped him. But it's heavyweights, you know what I mean? So, guys, you have beats Budai to open up the card. Then the featherweight fight was the second one here between Lucas Almeida and Andre Fili. This fight was another one that ended pretty quick. Lucas was out there trying to figure out what Fili was going to do. Fili was out there fighting long, but tightened up when he needed to. Caught Almeida lacking with the left hook. Then followed up with some ground strikes and had Lucas Almeida in and out of consciousness. Got the win by first round TKO. Can't get mad at that. Andre Fili looked crisp. And, you're talking about he lost his friend. He lost a friend. And he lost his buddy, his pet dog. So, it was a rough week, but he got through it. So big respects to Andre Fili, man. Tagir Ulanbekov beat my dude Cody Durden. Man, this was bad, yo. Durden was in there trying to fight. He couldn't fight Tagir. Then Tagir found him like a spooky ghost. And then, the scrambles came through. Cody was trying to strike. Cody was getting wrestled up. Second round came. Cody did light him up on the feet, though. He looked real better than Ulanbekov on the feet. But Ulanbekov kept on getting this nasty throw, this Iranian throw that DC kept talking about. It was like a leg trip toss over. and he got that. Eventually used that, fished his way, and got a rear naked choke. There's a lot of triangle. There's a lot of body locking. There's a lot of I'm not letting go of this back take this, and then that was it, man. Cody Durden got choked. He sunk it in. Cody was up, but then Cody had to go down, and Cody had to tap out, man. So Ulanbekov, the Russian came back. Ulanbekov did that. We had Ariane Lipski versus Casey O'Neill. And yo, Lipski. Casey O'Neill's gonna have to go to the drawing board, man. That girl, she's all right. She's all right. But there's levels, man. And since Ariane Lipski has been training with Amanda Nunes, and she's taking some of her training with Chris Cyborg. She's had training with Amanda Nunes, and Amanda training peoples. Lipski's been doing it. We're doing big things. Defended the takedowns, pieced up O'Neal on the feet, got her own takedown, beat her up. When it looked like O'Neal had a good position, that she was on top in Lipski's guard, Lipski ended up getting a goddamn armbar. And it was a nasty armbar, boy. Ooh. If O'Neal wasn't going to tap, that thing was going to snap. A violence queen personified, girl. Let's go. Ariane Lipski's out here. She's doing it. She looked like, if she could keep this ball rolling, It's 3 wins in a row for her. She picked up a good win against Aldrich, that tough win against Gatto, and then finishing Casey O'Neill. Yeah, girl, you up there. You find your way up there. The fight after this one, the next fight on the card, was Cody Garbrandt versus Brian Kelleher. Kelleher was coming back from the neck injury he had. He had to get surgery. You get to avoid the fusion, the bone fusing your neck and stuff like that. You don't get full movement, so you have to go get surgery for that. So him and Cody came out here scrapping. I said Brian Kelleher is my New Yorker, but damn, hard not to pick Cody Garbrandt. And Cody proved once again why you got to pick him, even though he had his late, problematic fights. The rebuild is real. He came out here. He looked good. And he pretty much kept it on the feet. When he keeps it on the feet and he's on his old school move, his vibe, he's damn near unstoppable, man. And he proved it. He went out there, he landed good combinations, put proper footwork. He got tagged a little bit from Kelleher, but not as powerful as what Cody was looking to throw. And Cody landed some real big shots, and then eventually caught that man with a counter. Brian went to go throw his punch. Cody Garbrandt said, "Cool, you're gonna throw this crazy ass right hand, but throw mine." I caught him. It looked like the jaw might have been jacked up. But Cody got the win, man. So first round KO. I ran out and all I gotta say is fight of the night. Crazy fight to end the year. God damn. Ladies always bring it. But holy shit. Chavo Rosa is game, and Irene Aldana is always down for a war, yo. God damn. Irene fought. This is like the second or third war Irene's had in the UFC. She fought Lucy Pudilova a couple years back, which was wild. She also did have those other two fights. If you want to consider, the one with Raquel Pennington was pretty tough. And then she had the one with Ketlin Vieira where she eventually KO'd Ketlin. You know, there was also Betch Correia. Yeah, so she's had a couple of crazy fights, man. I don't know, like Carol Hossa had a perfectly strategized game plan where she was coming in there to land combinations and a lot of leg kicks. But people are crazy. Like, I don't think people really realize, the Mexican spirit, the fighting spirit, Mexican pride, that shit is real. My girl Irene just kept walking. She kept walking through these leg kicks. Like, she ate multiple leg kicks. Actually, let's look at it. Let's look at it. You can see if we pull that shit up. I think I can pull that up. Alright, to see if I can pull up the number of leg kicks on this shit. Yeah, we're back on the 13th of January. Look at this shit. Look at that. Carol Rosa, 204 strikes. Look at the leg kicks. 95 of 102 leg kicks. That's what Carol Rosa threw at Irene Aldana. Irene only threw 3 or 4 leg kicks. She only landed 3 or 4. Carol Rosa landed 95 of 102. What the hell? Bruh. Let me tell you, man. But Irene in the later rounds was capitalizing on those body punches, though. It was the craziest shit ever. Aldana landed 145 of 308 strikes. Carol Rosa landed 204 strikes. But the more damage was shown on the face of Carol Rosa because Aldana is a tough Latin chick, bro. Dangerous. Super tough and totally cool, man. So they took fight of the night. G's each. How could you not do it? How could you not? Dude, man. Dustin Jacoby fought Alonzo Manifield at light heavy. Kind of disappointed. Bless you. Welcome. Jacoby came out there with a good strategy, always taking off with the volume. But this time around, man, boy, Manifield was landing. Manifield landed some big shots. Actually dropped Jacoby. Jacoby did get back up. But then just started landing some big shots, big hooks. Had some control a little bit against the cage. Had a takedown. He did get a takedown, though. I will say that. He managed a takedown. He kept landing the strikes, man. Jacoby landed a lot more strikes. But as I mentioned, it was the power. If Alonzo getting the needed takedown and landing power stronger strikes, Jacoby got away from certain things that he was doing that had him up in the fight. Then I think the knockdown kind of messed him up too. So, and then Manifield just showed heart, man, just to carry through and hold that win down. So he got it, man. Big props to him. Next fight, Josh Emmett. Oh boy. Sorry. I'm my bad. Emmett fought Bryce Mitchell. I mentioned this a little earlier. Um, yeah, man. Bryce Mitchell was brave taking this fight on short notice. But Jesus Christ, Josh Emmett landed a bomb in under 2 minutes. A little under 2 minutes. Josh Emmett landed a life-altering bomb of a right hand. The overhand right. Emmett's kill shot caught Bryce Mitchell flush in the face. He hit Bryce so hard, Bryce crumbled and damn near caught a seizure in the cage. Bro. I'm like, wow. And shout out to Emmett because Emmett did that. He celebrated, but he still wanted, like, yo, I hope my dude's okay. You know, no hard feelings. You know, I don't hate the man. I'm happy I won, but then it's like, damn, I can't quite celebrate it because, and I'm telling you how this dude's feeling. Bryce is okay, though. He did mention he was okay. He got hit. He did mention what his strategy was going to be. He was going to try to strike a little bit and then mix it up, but he just got caught. Fair game, man. It is what it is. But, shit. That was crazy. Paddy Pimblett fought Tony Ferguson. I think it's time Tony retires, man. Tony got nothing else left to give. He really don't. He don't. Just call it. Just call it a career, Tony. This is 7 losses, bro. 7 losses in a row. And it's bad because you're getting finished. You know, you got finished in the last 3 going into this fight here. You got finished by Chandler. You got finished by Diaz. You got Bobby Green. Now you fought Paddy and you didn't get finished, but you got handled, bro. You threw some good shots at Paddy. Paddy managed to beat you up a bit, take you down a bit, control you a bit, do what he wanted to do. He showed the respect after. Tony, just retire, man. Just retire. I don't know what else to tell you. Even Dana White's like, yo, this dude's gonna have to go sit. You can't have him out here, man. Can't. And I feel like this may come next year. Tony Ferguson probably just walking away from the sport altogether, man. Shavkat Rakhmonov, Stephen Thompson. Such a nice guy Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is. But Shavkat Rakhmonov is now 18-0, 18 finishes. Man was tactical and moving, using a slow, methodical game plan. I thought we was going to see more striking from him, but he went wrestling. And he did the smart approach, just wearing on Wonderboy, wearing on him as he had him down. And then got it down again and found his way and got the rear naked choke, man. Became the first person to ever submit Wonderboy. Nuts. Then the following fight, one of the 2 title fights, the co-main event here. And this was just a masterclass by Pantoja, man. Alexandre Pantoja beating Brandon Royval. This was clear bread and butter, man. Brandon Royval could strike. Brandon Royval got sneaky jiu-jitsu. But Pantoja just showed that he was levels above, man, in this rematch here. There was some good scrambles going on in the first round of 2 rounds. But then it was just the Pantoja show, man. Pantoja landed some good strikes, big punches, big kicks here and there. Got the level change when he needed it. Nullified the scrambles. Kept stayed heavy in the half guard. Um, and yeah, in Royval's half guard, and just worked from there. Did real good, real good. Nullified the movement of Pantoja, and yeah, kept it pretty simple. Landed some good strikes, some pretty solid strikes. Uh, it was some good stuff, man. Royval did manage to outland. Well, he had to throw more to land more. He did land more, but he also threw more. He threw close to about 50 more strikes. But Pantoja landed. Pantoja had more takedowns. He landed 8 of 14 takedowns and got close to 16 minutes of control time. So, that just says a lot, man. Pantoja also was going for the leg kicks, a good salvo of leg kicks. Just to nullify the movement, he cut Royval's movement off just so he could keep him in front of him. So he initiate the takedowns better, which is really smart. He did real good, man. He did real good. And then we had the main event. Leon Edwards, Colby Covington. Colby, you absolutely suck, man. Jesus Christ. You talk about a 2-year layoff. You showed up. You got what you wanted. They gave it to you, and you blundered. 2 years off. Oh, ring rust. Brother. Let me tell you something. You fight in a world title fight, and you were talking about ring rust? Shut up, man. You know what the hell was going on? You went out there, you look lost in the first 2 rounds. You got embarrassed. Then you go out there and you're like, all right, I'm going to wrestle. You wrestle, you go for a takedown. He gets back up. He stuffed some takedowns. He did get taken down, but got back up like nobody's business. What did Leon end up doing? Leon took you down. Leon got 2 takedowns on you with 2 submission attempts as well. And he reversed one of your takedowns. He reversed position on one of your takedowns. Brother, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Colby was throwing some punches. The punches ain't really do damage. Colby talking about, I don't got a scratch on my face, but bleeding on the nose. You got taken on twice. You got pieced up pretty bad, man. And every good position you got in was because Leon gave it to you, because Leon was attempting to do silly shit. He was trying to do new things in the fight. He was treating the fight as sparring practice where you was out there really trying to fight. That's how it looked. That's crazy. Leon landed over 60%, 2 out of 3 of his takedowns. You shot for 10 and only made 2 of them. Brother. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. And Leon didn't even have to go for the takedown. He just wanted to use a takedown just to show you that he can use a takedown. That shit is wild, man. You was getting big brother this fight. I feel bad, man. I don't know what's going to happen. But, yo, Kobe, go sit in a corner somewhere, reassess your whole career, dog. You're 0-3 in title fights. You're 35 years old. Let other dudes move on in the division, man. Let Bilal get his title shot. Let's see what happens with if Shafkat can get a title shot. I don't want to hear Kobe's name ever again. Ever, 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 ever. Ever, 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 ever again. Because he sucks. He sucks horribly. So, where does that leave us now? That leaves us to this weekend. Now, as I mentioned, oh, nah, I'll talk about it during the week, the upcoming week. There is no, there's not much mixed martial arts going on. No MMA much really happening. If unless I go and focus on it, which I probably will. I said I want to do some regional stuff. We'll try to watch some regional shit and some other things. I know I'm gonna try to get uh man, I'll try to get some regional stuff going on here. If not, then we will watch the boxing. Yep. So there's two boxing events that are coming down this weekend. I think there might be a couple more. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Yeah. Within the period, though, there's two we got to talk about. There's the Saturday event and the Tuesday event. I'm going to try to get the Tuesday event. If I can't get it on at the exact time, then I'll do it when I come back home. But we got events, bro. We got events, y'all. We got to talk about. Actually, I was gonna mention the whole Sean Strickland Dukas Duplessis thing. With them in the fighting, and they managed to record what happened after, and they showed it after the event, after the UFC 296 event. Um, I don't know. That's weird. The UFC is getting into this weird space now, where it's not weird, but it's just like we're trying too hard to sell fights. Some people, it bothers me a little bit because I watch wrestling and I watch mixed martial arts because while I know wrestling is real to an extent, this mixed martial arts stuff is real, real. You know what I mean? And now you add in all this, this pretend you gotta make up the characters and you gotta do the absolute most. And it's like, bro, I remember back in the day where Ali was gonna go fight. What's his name? Um, what is it? I forgot his name, man. Ali was talking crap. I think it was it List? No, was it Lister? No, I think it was Frazier. I'm trying to remember who it was. And he talked a bunch of crap to this dude, and this dude pulled out a gun and started shooting him. And everybody started wilding. Then he said, no, the gun just had blanks in it. You see, that's some real stuff that could have been real sideways, and everybody thought it was really happening. Then he said, yo, I'll just use it to scare him because I'm going to handle him when we get in the ring. There's none of that stuff no more, man. There's a lot of this cornball stuff. Like, everybody got to be tough. Everybody got to try their hardest to be tough. And Dricus Duplessis is a weirdo. Because Dricus Duplessis talk about Sean Strickland and how Sean Strickland was gonna assaulted by his dad. He's gonna beat you like how his dad used to beat him up or whatever. And Dreekus is there having a laugh about the shit. But when Dreekus was out here talking about, oh, I'm black, I'm African, and he didn't say he's black. That's OD. I take that back. He said he's more African than Israel Adesanya. And then when Adesanya approached him about it after that fight, then Adesanya really was just drunk, twisted, wild out, and called him the N word and said, "Come at me, man." And he said it. He said it. Come at me, my nigga, my nigga. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, Dreekus didn't want to no parts of it. Oh, I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to do this. And then he backed off from the fight. You had the energy, and then when you get called on your bullcrap, oh, I don't want to do it no more. But now you're over here having a laugh at Strickland. I think you're cool. Like Easy put you in your place. You was offended. Now all of a sudden you cool with doing what you're doing. I don't understand, man. People are weird, bro. This sport, you just gotta watch the fights, man. That's why I don't like watching press conferences. It's like people just be so goddamn fraudulent, man. I'm tired of it, man. If you want to sell a fight like this, yo. I don't like you, and when I see you, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna whoop you. You about to get embarrassed. Stuff like that. Go John Jones with it. John Jones DC. Go like that. Khabib Conor McGregor. GSP Nick Diaz. Or GSP Josh Koscheck. You know what I mean? Bisbing Rockhold. This is shit like that. You gotta go about it like that. Come on, man. Frank Mir, Brock Lesnar. Let's do it like that. Like we know what's going down. A Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier style. You don't really got to do a lot, man. And people get caught up in it. Oh, he's going to do that. And it's like some lame shit. Kobe Covington went out there and thought, oh, he was going to do this. He was going to do that. And, oh, your dead dad. I see your dead dad in hell and all this stuff. And then when they stand and live in the final face-off, I was in character. See you tomorrow night. Come on, man. Kobe a cornball, man. Don't let this cornball stuff kill your aptitude, your ability to watch this, man. Don't let the cornball, the tomfoolery cloud your judgment. Enjoy the fight because of the matchup, not all this extra stupidness that's just going around, man. Like they're trying to portray as a real heat or whatever. You don't need that. Throw that away. Throw it away. That's all I'm gonna say. Throw it away. There was a couple of fights that were announced. Ian Gary's not gonna fight Vicente Luque. Instead, he's going to be fighting Jeff Neal. There you go. Jeff Neal. Yadong Song is going to be fighting Peter Yan. It looks like MVP is actually going to the UFC. Yeah, he's going to the UFC, and he'll be fighting Kevin Holland. Yeah, man. I'm trying to look for. Uh, what was the fights announced? There was a fight. I'm trying to remember. There's two other fights that were announced. Oh shit! Camilo Oliveira's pregnant. What? Matt Brown say we don't care. I feel that same way. Go back Kobe up, man. Oh yeah, the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia talks. That's crazy. I am super hyped up for that. The word on the street is they looking for that fight, man. Yeah, can you imagine that shit? This dude said if he would have got hit with fire with the follow up shots, he would have probably died. God, God damn. I'm trying to look for. Looks slow and old tonight. He looks slow and old. Y'all gave him the fucking fight, man. The fight. You gave him the fight, you bums. Yo, that's why you can't trust Dana White on anything, bro. Dana gave him the fight. They gotta talk about he looked old and slow. What you expecting him to look like? Fast and efficient? Like I don't understand. I don't understand. But there's a oh man. Knockout of the year contender. It's gonna be knockout of the year contender. Definitely. I'm trying to look for those other fights that they were announced, but forget it. I'll bring it up during the oh yeah. We could talk about the UFC 299 then. Yeah. So Kevin Holland. Yeah, Michael Venom Page. Oh yeah, Gilbert Burns will be fighting Jack Della Maddalena. Yeah, it's supposed to be at UFC 299. Yep. So that's gonna be crazy. March 9th. On in Miami. So be prepared for that. That's what it was. That's what it was. Gilbert Burns, Jack Della Maddalena, Kevin Holland MVP, Ian Gary, Jeff Neal, Peter Yans, Yadong Song. UFC 299. You're still trying to figure out what's gonna happen for UFC 300. I mentioned Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia fighting at 140. We'll see how that's gonna work out. Yeah, that was something I heard. Was it today or yesterday? But yeah, I'm actually excited for that. If they could line something up for it, go ahead. Shit. But yeah, man, we got boxing. We got boxing on Saturday. This card is going to be at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Oh, shit. That's actually not bad. It's actually a good time. Yay. On the zone. Yep. Oh, shit. Deontay Wilder's going to be on the zone. Yay. That's a little different when I'm just thinking about it now. So we got some big boys on this card, man. It's not a heavyweights. It's a little mixed bag. So it is the Day of Reckoning card. Brought to you by Matchroom Boxing. Top rank. So it's Queensberry, top rank. SCS. Westman. Salida, yeah. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. 8 fights. We got Jai Alpataya, who's 23-0 out of Australia, versus Ellis Zorro, who's 17-0. Frank Sanchez, who's undefeated at 23-0 out of Cuba, versus Junior Fa, who's 22-0. Oh, Arslan back Makhmudov, yes. He's back again to catch another body. 18-0, fighting Ajit Kabayel. Kabayel. Out of Germany, who's 23-0. Philippe Hergovic, who's 16-0, will be fighting Mark Del Mori. Holy shit. This dude is 41-2-2. That's a big ass guy. They don't have his reach, but he's 6'2", but he's 41. Oh, he's flying out of Croatia. He was born in Wales, but trains in Croatia. But this is why I'm hyped about it. Daniel Dubois, 19-2. Is fighting Gerald Miller. Now Dubois coming out of that controversial loss to Alexander Usyk. Gerald Miller is 26-0. And could have been on his rise to fame, but because he popped for EPO because he's a dumbass, he's out here. You know, he was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua back in 2019. It didn't happen. He's supposed to fight Jerry Forrest. That didn't happen either. He fought these other guys. He beat Derek Cardenas, and he beat Lucas Brown. Cardenas is this dude, a young guy who's 8-11, and Lucas Brown is fucking what, 31-5. But the problem is Lucas Brown's also 44 years old. You know what I mean? So it's like, what we hyping about? You know what I mean? Who are we gonna hype? You know? What are you trying to hype? My dude was out here fighting in mixed martial arts and boxing, so I was like, my dude got wear and tear. Beat up a 44-year-old and a garbage heavyweight and an old heavyweight. You know what I mean? You was fighting a lot of those guys beforehand, but you popped. That's the whole thing. So we don't know what the hell was going on. Although before that, you did beat Marius Wack. You fought Gerald Washington. That's not a big deal. But you beat Adamek. That's a good win. Duhaupas. That's a good win too. Dino. But come on, man. Joe Miller is all right. I wish we would have seen more from him had he not popped. Yo, he went and taking cash grab fights. He's gonna fight Dubois. And we know what Dubois is about. Dubois held the title. Dubois actually had 2 titles. No, he had a title. A title or 2 titles. He fought. He lost to Usyk, but other than that, Usyk and Joyce. Other than that, beat a lot of people in the UK scene. 26 years old. And he has a skill set. He has a pretty good skill set. We'll see. This is Jarrell Miller's claim to fame, man. If he could go in here and beat Daniel Dubois, he gets right back in there with the big boys. But if not, he gets scratched off. You know, Miller carries good power. He has pretty solid power. It's a heavyweight division. A lot of the majority of these heavyweight guys are going to carry big power. So, you know, it's just a matter of, can you land big on this guy? Can you put this guy down or not? I think after the loss that Daniel Dubois faced, Daniel is going to go and make an example out of Miller. It's Miller's job for that not to happen and for him to switch it up. We have the WBA World Light Heavyweight title match as Dimitri Bivol faces 23-1 Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur is no joke, boy. That's a bad man. Out of Manchester. You know what I mean? This is a dude who's being Anthony Yard. I think he's like 1-1 against Anthony Yard. He's fought Anthony Yard. He beat Walter Secure. Dex Spellman. Joe McIntyre. He's fought a lot of good guys at light heavyweight. The win against Brian Suarez wasn't bad either. He's a dude with a lot of good technique, man. But Bivol is like the fundamentals god, man. 21-0 out of Mother Russia. You know, where everybody wants to see Bivol versus Bertubiev. And if, you know, Bivol gets past this one, we're going to get that. And all he's done, if he's knocked out a lot of guys, but then he just said, yo, I'm just going to box everybody else. And he's boxed everybody else so far. His last, 6 or so fights were just technical savagery, pretty much. He just beating and pummeling people to the death of them. So it's like, God damn. I look forward to it. Bivol fights, you'll learn a lot. If you're a boxing fan or you're somebody that wants to know, you know, how to go about boxing and how to get the most out of techniques, you watch a Dimitri Bivol fight and you see how far fundamentals could really get you. So just timing and fundamentals and just really practicing and working those things over and over and over again could get you. And that's what you get with Dimitri Bivol. He's a boxing machine, man. And a really good guy at it, too. So that's going to be dope. Then we got Deontay Wilder, former champion, coming out, man, since his one-round destruction of that boy Hellenius. Boy. Put Robert Hellenius in a Ziploc bag, man. He's knocked so many people out in his career, bro. Jesus Christ. He's 43-2-1, with at least 30 of those fights being stoppages. Fuck, man. Going up against the 33-3 Joseph Parker. He's a former title challenger, a guy who's pretty good with technique. He has power. He's been working his power a little bit more. He has the ability to knock somebody out, but he's been working his power more in his last couple fights. The Simon Keane fight, he put that dude to rest. And the Opelu fight, actually the fights after the Joe Joyce, he's really put his power together and just going out there and just starching some cats. Well, Parker, Parker's not done yet. Parker's still good out here. You know what I mean? He's not no old dude. He's a young dude, man. He's in his prime right now. So, Deontay Wilder's a little bit away from 40, which is crazy to think about when you really, really think about it. Like, I swear to God, like, there's no way he could be this old, but he really is. And he doesn't look that way. But we'll see. How much could he gather could he improve? Because he has to box. He can't go in there and just start. Well, he can go in there and start Joseph Parker, but he's gonna need to use fundamental boxing to get this done. He's gonna need to move. He's gonna have to get light on his feet and avoid certain traps that Parker was set up. Parker is good with making a fight making a fight technical. But Deontay Wilder, him and that right hand can take all that technicality right out the fight. He just gotta land it once. I'm really looking forward to this fight because it's a really good matchup, and it's something that I actually wanted to see from Deontay Wilder in a little bit for a while now. To fight an international guy. He's fought international guys, but the majority of the international guys he's fought, they've mostly had to come to where he's at. He never really had to travel a lot to where they're at to fight, so that's what I wanted to see. Coming to Saudi Arabia to fight, big money. He's the co-main, but it's big money, man. He gonna be seeing that. He gonna be seeing bread for sure. Joseph Parker, avoid the right hand, set the traps, keep this as technical of a fight as you can. Make sure the Wilder is fighting as much a technical fight as you can, and not just some end up making it a brawl. You got caught in somewhat of a brawl against Joe Joyce. And that's how Joyce caught you. Because Joyce could box, but Joyce also has the ability to knock you out. So, you got to try to keep it super technical. If not, you're going to get caught you're going to get lulled into the right hand. You're going to get lulled right into it. And you don't want that. And then we got Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. 26-1, 33 years old, 6'5", 78-inch reach, representing Sweden. This is the guy who fought Fury a while back. Then he fought Brazil. Sokolowski. Gassiev was a split. It shouldn't have been, but it was. Olgan, I give him that. But yeah, the Gassiev fight. And you fought Brazil to a decision. Oh, God. But then you got Anthony Joshua, 26-3, the former undisputed champion, man. Boy, oh boy. My boy's 34 years old. 6'6" with an 82-inch reach. And sometimes fights like he's a goofball. You got an 82-inch reach. He's supposed to be jabbing people's life. See, that's why I never understood. When he lost the titles and Lennox Lewis came out, he's acting like such a damn baby. And then started fighting long all of a sudden. Yeah, thank Lennox Lewis, you goofball. But, he took the 2 losses to Usyk. Since then, though, he fought Jermaine Franklin to unanimous decision, which I'm still surprised that him and Franklin actually went to a decision. But then he beat Hellenius, but it took him 7 rounds to get it done. 6.5. 6.5. It ended in the 7th, so you say 6.5. What am I going to say? Joshua got an opportunity to right the wrongs, seal the deal, and get this fight against Deontay Wilder going, because that's the talk. The talk is we can have this fight next year if they both win on Saturday. I hope they both win Saturday. I hope both of them win. I hope Joshua is not afraid to pull the trigger and Joshua could win in devastating fashion, because, God damn it, we all know Deontay Wilder is going to try his damnedest to put a man in a body bag. And I hate that it got to be Joseph Parker, man, but Joseph Parker could bring the upset, man. If Otto Wallen could beat Anthony Joshua, man, yo, that would be crazy. But also on this joint, I got to talk to y'all about it. For the undisputed super bantamweight title, Marlon Topales is fighting Naoya Inoue. Jesus Christ. This is Japan versus the world. And this will be on at 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Oh, shoot, man. If I can't get this to y'all on Tuesday morning, then I'll be bringing it to you as soon as I get home. Oh, shoot. Yeah, as soon as I get home on Tuesday. This is the day after Christmas. Yep. Shoot. They should have done this shit on Christmas. See, I don't be thinking, but that's a Japan thing though. But yeah, come catch this, man. Japan versus the world, yo. Now you're in a way. Marlon Topales to unify and become undisputed. Because was it Topales beat what's his name? Was it what's that dude, man? Yeah, he beat, was it Akhmadaliev to get this title? No, he beat. Who the fuck did he beat for this title? Yeah, was it Akhmadaliev? Or was it one of the two? I remember he won this title. No. Did he beat I swear he beat Donaire, the guy who beat Donaire for the title. But yeah. Then in a way, being Fulton for the titles, Stephen Fulton. Then we got Seiya Tsutsumi, who's 9-0-2, versus Kazuki Anaguchi for the Japanese bantamweight title. That's a bantamweight. Shiki Takei versus Mario Alberto Diaz. Takei is 7-0. Diaz is 21-6. That's gonna super bantamweight. Andy Hirakawa, who's 22-0. Sebastian Diaz, who's 18-6-1. Kanamu Sakamu, who's 8-0, versus John Paul Gabonellis. Flyweight? Oh, shit. Kensuke Endo will be fighting Ryaka Sato. Lightweight? Yeah. And Takahiro Ishikawa fighting Fuga with Matsu. Yeah. Featherweight. Yeah, featherweight. So, do catch those fights. That's INOUE to Pollard. That's on the 26th, the day after Christmas. And this Saturday, the day of reckoning. As far as other events go, check and see. Go on to YouTube. I think UFC Fight Pass. If you have a UFC Fight Pass subscription, check that out. I'm gonna be trying to stream something random on OK Live. But yeah, man, if you're trying to find me here. You know the deal. Mr. B here on Twitch and YouTube. I'm on X, New Year's same B at Mr. B 1986. Mr. B on OK Live. That's where I'm at. So if you're trying to catch fights on the weekend, that's where I be. And yeah, I'm out of here. So be good, be easy, take care. Merry Christmas if you happen to listen to this. If you don't catch me on the weekend, have a Merry Christmas and all that fun stuff. Till we speak again. Peace out, yo.